Look at the rain tangled inside the web. I had a very nice moment after we did the chat just now. I was looking at some of these rocks and I started to look at the trees, and I had that like real brief couple of seconds where like time disappeared for a second. I can literally see the encoding in the trees. So the way it's almost like veins and like written, almost like a snakeskin encoding all over the trees for a moment. It felt like the air was magic around me. Like the air was even drunk for a moment. It was a really amazing moment. And I could see like the way the trees, the grip of the trees are pulling together. Almost like veins. And then I came across that spider web. The entanglement of the web and the way the rain was in it. It's amazing. Who's with me? Nango Hondo. Hey, I just did a live show for like almost 2 hours. Then I'm walking to my car now, and I had a nice moment. I figured I'd go live real quick again. Look at some of these mud fossils and rocks. I mean, check out the shape inside of this rock right here as I'm walking by. And I gotta be careful with snakes because I did see a snake earlier. They're all around here. Look at the shape of this on this. Whoa, this thing is... it's intense. And see all the coloring on it? It almost is like blood and stuff oozes out. This looks like a heart or something. I mean, look at the perfect edges. This is like a seam. I mean, that's... that doesn't look like that happens without it being something. You know what I mean? Not just random minerals coming together. Like, that's a defined edge. Look at that. And you could get underneath. So that's not a carving. It's pretty intense. That spider web, really. I might as well let you guys know too. We're going to be doing that Zoom chat at 2 p.m. today. If it wasn't raining, I'd bring my daughter here maybe tomorrow. My daughter loves this place too. She says the Big Mary and Magic Pio. This place is more popular than ever now, because ever since COVID, people need somewhere to walk around. I noticed ever since COVID, people come walk here more than they ever did before. The place is getting more recognized now than ever. I've been coming here for 40 years, almost, 42 years. Yeah, no, I'm back because I had to take a phone call. Roger called me, and I thought I ended the video that we just did with the spider web. I thought I ended it before the call with Roger, but then when I came back to YouTube, it said I could resume it, so I didn't realize it was buffering the whole time. But yeah, for those that want to join today for free, we're doing a live Zoom. This is going to be a regular basis. We've done a couple of them already. One of them is already available if you're a member on my YouTube, the replay, which was like over an hour. Each one is at least an hour. And me and Roger have done a few of them already. And today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that's like 4 hours from, what is it, 10? Yeah, it's almost 4 hours from now. You guys can join for free. The Zoom link is, I'll put it available in the description of this video in a minute after the video. But it's the same Zoom link that we're going to use for everything. And the last few chats that we had, it's going to be that same Zoom link, which you can find posted on my Facebook. You can post it on, it's posted on Roger's Facebook. It's posted on some of Roger's videos. I think last Friday, I know he posted it in Friday's video because we did one Friday and we did one Monday. So if you look on videos from Monday for Roger or Friday, you can find it. And I will post it today. And Roger will probably post it on his Facebook and wherever today as well. But it will be at 2 p.m. and it's a live Zoom discussion where you can ask questions, field the questions to me, and then we get them towards Roger, and we save like the open chat to the end. But if during it you have questions, you shoot them through me in the chat room, and I'm asking Roger. So that's going to be at 2 p.m. like I said. And I mean, we had a pretty good turnout the last couple times. I mean, it wasn't like hundreds of people or dozens of people in there, but we had like 10 or 12 people or 14 people at sometimes. It was pretty a spontaneous chat, but I would try each day for you guys to check at 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, because on days that we can do it, we're going to do them at 2 p.m. Eastern. And you could join for free on Zoom. And you can get the replays right here as members. So, yeah, this morning, I don't know if it's available right away for you guys that are subscribed to my channel. I'm sure you might get emails to when I go live. I'm not sure, but it might take 24 hours to be ready for everybody else. But I just did a video this morning on here that was like almost 2 hours long with a lot of interesting information that you guys really got to check out, because we talked about some interesting stuff, especially Mount Kailash area and Rephaim Nephilim's information. So how's everybody doing out there in the chat room? Cynthia Wood, Rage on the Track. Listen to Mother Mary, yeah. Dude, I've been walking for like 2.5 hours right now. My foot is on fire. I got one bad foot, so a bad foot and a bad knee. But we're getting better. That's why I'm trying to walk it, then let it just sit in the house, because we're kind of like, everybody's been like more into the house lately. So I've been trying to walk at least a little bit a day, because I don't want it to get stiff. But I definitely need surgery. That's what they, like, I should have had an ACL surgery years ago, and I just never did. And because of that, I ended up getting a heel spur, because I'm like walking, I don't know, walking heavy on, favoring my one foot and walking heavy on my other, like favoring my one leg. So I walk heavy on the other leg. And I spent years and years walking all day long at my job. in steel toe boots on cement, you know, so I was like wearing out the sole. Yeah, my heel spur got wicked. So they say I gotta do surgery on it, and I don't want to do surgery. So hopefully I can heal it naturally. But they say you only can heal it through surgery. It's literally like walking, like when you walk on your heel, it feels like you're walking on your heel, and your heel has a piece of friggin' glass or metal stuck in it that wants to come out so bad, but it's just in there. And you gotta manage walking on your heel with that in there. That's how it feels. Like right now, it's like pain. It feels like there's glass in my foot. It's been like that for like years. That's why it won't get better unless surgery, they say. You know, I should have got the heel spur surgery probably like 4 or 5 years ago, according to doctors. But I don't know. I figure that if I change my diet too, like completely, that's what I'm working on now. And the probiotics, which I started taking recently, and certain things, I might be able to get it, because my sugar ended up becoming high over the last couple of years. And I got in my 40s now, you know. Now I'm going towards my mid 40s. So I figured the diet thing is definitely what I'm doing now, because I got to try to change that. Because when you got high sugar, your feet don't heal. You get feet problems. That's friggin' known. So once I get that in check, I think it'll heal better. Yep, a lot of people. Melinda, what's up? You guys missed an awesome show this morning. I'm just doing the follow-up, kind of walking to my car right now. But just to let you guys know that I just talked to Roger on the phone. We are doing it at 2 p.m., the Zoom chat, and that's for everybody. And the replays are available for subscription on my YouTube and on my Patreon. But to join live, it's free. And that's on Zoom. And you guys can join that any day that we do it at 2 p.m. Eastern. And what I was sharing this morning, definitely go check out my video so I don't have to repeat myself. But it was interesting subject, but it's talking about how DNA is absorbed when somebody has sex with someone else, and their DNA goes inside that other person. The body absorbs that DNA. So this is one of the ways I feel that Rephaim and Nephilim hybrids were being, created. That women, and they didn't just do this. According to the Book of Enoch, and you could find the places in the Book of Enoch it's discussed right on my website, themysticalspiral.com. If you go to my Naga Nephilim page that I have in the menu, Rephaim, Naga, Nephilim, you'll see the choice in the menu. I give little pieces. I still got to put a lot more on there. I just start, like, it's only just the beginning that I have on there, but there's still like a couple, a real long, probably like, a 15-minute read altogether, all the information that's on there already. But there's so much more I need to add eventually, but all for free on my website. You could find places, if you don't have the Book of Enoch in front of you and you don't want to go looking, just certain little quotes from the Book of Enoch that talk about how these creatures, these watchers, fallen angels, Nephilim, extraterrestrials, however you want to call it, they didn't just sin against humans. They sinned against all creatures, reptiles, fish, mammals, everything, right? So their DNA was added to everything. Anything that they can do it with, And if a Rephaim or Nephilim was taking women as wives or raping them or doing whatever, and having sex with them, the body would absorb that Nephilim DNA. When somebody has sex with somebody else, their DNA literally gets stuck within the person's organs and their everything for some time, forever. The body absorbs it, especially if it's massive amounts over a long period of time, where that even with man on man or man on girl, the body, the everything gets stuck in the organs. That's why it's very special. You shouldn't just have sex with anybody and let them do that, because their DNA gets put inside you and your body absorbs it. Doesn't, where do you think it goes? So a Rephaim, if he was taking a woman as wife, slowly that woman would be absorbing Rephaim DNA and changing her DNA. Even the human DNA over the last 5 to 10,000 years has changed 7 to 10%. Obviously, we are absorbing the DNA of something else. And if it was, and I think that's happening slowly through meteor showers. Whoa, that's an interesting spider. I think that's happening through comet activity and meteor showers. But when you have some sort of cosmic hybrid, like a Rephaim who's got angelic, fallen angel DNA within them, and they're adding that DNA to humans, I would expect the woman to change. Her DNA would be changing, right? And that's what they have reported in history. Look up Nama or Lilith and Nama. Nama, she laid with giants, and then she became like the giants. There's the stories of her walking around the village drunk on blood of the giants. And she had this beautiful singing voice that could lure any man, and she was having sex with giants. Look, there's another one. It's interesting because the video I just did before, it was about a spider web. And that was about 800 yards from here, and now we have this very interesting spider. Hello. That's I think they're called wood spiders or something. I forget what they're called. Maybe a wood spider. Yeah, the comets is a divine intelligence. I do think that extraterrestrials, angelics, whatever you want to call them, they definitely are using comets and meteor showers to seed worlds and change DNA. And I've said that for a long time now. So definitely, guys, check us out at 2 p.m. We'll be on Zoom. And I'm glad you guys stopped in this morning. It's been fun. I'll also be doing a Nephilim conference. For those that don't know, you can find that information on my colleagues page on my website. Which I got to update my colleagues page, because I got to add Roger from Mud Fossil University to it. And I got to delete, I think I got to delete some people too. Like there's 1 or 2 people that I don't really have contact with anymore. Not because we're not friends anymore, but like Maria DeAndrea is on there. She's like a Hungarian psychic reader that I'm friends with, and I met through like Laura, I think. Oh no. Actually, I met it here through the New York community. The metaphysical community in New York. I've known her a while, but we kind of stopped. I used to be the one that called her all the time too, like to see how she was doing. And I don't know. I just stopped calling her, and she never called me. So She's old too. She's not old, but she's 20 years at least older than me. She's definitely in her 60s, maybe 70s. I'm not sure. No, maybe not 70s, but she's definitely in her 60s. And I haven't talked to her like in 3 or 4 years now, but she's on my my colleague's page, and she's been on my radio show back in the past, but I don't really, communicate with her too much anymore, so I might have to like edit it a little bit, but I'm still friends with her. Like, she's still a cool person. It's nothing I have against her. I should give her a call sometimes, Maria, see how she's doing. Her name's Maria DeAndrea. She's like a psychic reader, and she comes from like she comes from Hungary. But she came here. I don't know when she came here. Sometime growing up she came here, but she's originally Hungarian, and she's a nice lady for sure. Just we ended up like falling out of act a little bit, but I used to have her on my show all the time. For like the first couple of years I did a radio show. I had her on several times, and she's like a fun conversation. She laughs a little bit too much. Like every other sentence she like makes a loud laugh, so it's pretty annoying on a radio interview, but she's a really nice person. That's the only negative thing I could possibly say, is that sometimes the laughing is too much in an interview. When you hear it back, I'm like, oh, it's just too much laughing on the interview. But she's a really nice person, and she does have a talent. She's had some interesting experiences, psychic experiences too. So, guys, check us out today, 2 p.m. Zoom Eastern. Me and Roger will be live. I'll see you guys then. Spiral out.